Hey, members and patrons, just wanted to record a little behind the scenes vlog before the end of December, before the end of the year, the end of 2025, as I always do. Hope you guys are doing well this holiday season. I've got my OBS scenes kind of set up for my year in review stream that I'm doing New Year's weekend, or I say New Year's weekend, specifically Friday the 26th. So, depending on when you're watching this, that will either be coming up this week or will be in the past potentially. But yeah, I'm here nonetheless. But yeah, I just wanted to do this like I always do, and as always, I'll run through kind of like the major events that have occurred on my channel this month and what I've been working on and what you can expect in the near term. So I'll start with, as I always do, the performance of my videos. Um, so last month I released Mapping Lower Decks and Three Body Problem, and Three Body Problem actually performed really well, which I wasn't expecting. So that was a very pleasant surprise. I'm glad that you guys expressed interest in that series, and I don't even think it was um, necessarily like Rosalind Chow in the thumbnail, although I'm sure it didn't hurt or anything. But you actually just wanted to learn about the Three Body Problem universe, which is, a universe that I have become vaguely familiar with. I say vaguely, I've become relatively familiar with over the past little while from absorbing like Quinn's Ideas content. It was a big inspiration for me getting into that series, and also watching the Netflix show and a little bit of the Chinese adaptation. I guess Tencent is who does that. But anyway, uh, very a good performance on that video, so I appreciate it. Um, this month I also uploaded Wild Space, which is my documentary that's been in the works for almost a whole year, and in development for even longer than that. In development, pretty much this entire decade. It's the culmination of pretty much not everything, but a lot of the stuff that I've learned over the years about astrobiology and whatnot in this hour-long video. It had some animations. Well, it had a lot of stock footage, I'll say that, but it had a lot of original animations produced by Sean Guku, one of my patrons, who also was the colorist for Star Trek Endurance, my Star Trek fan comic. Um, and yeah, this has been a long time in the making, and it has also performed pretty well for a one-off. Um, still got a little ways to climb before I can say it's like a massive, victory. But it's, yeah, you guys expressed interest in that as well. I also, released a trailer for it a while ago, and I've been kind of teasing it at the end of my videos recently. So it was really nice to hear the feedback on that. It was really nice to see you guys express interest in that and what it's going to do. The uh the the performance of those videos, that's going to help me kind of be able to justify further branching into different territories, different franchises, different IPs in 2026 and beyond, rather than feeling constrained and having to talk about just, Star Trek and like do Star Trek analysis. Obviously I've not been doing Star Trek analysis exclusively in any year, but it's obviously been my flagship series. But there's so many other franchises that I want to talk about, and one of the things that I've been contemplating for myself, and I've been teasing this in these vlogs as well, is um, kind of, I call it "Oops, all one-offs," and it's essentially like the gist of it is, hey, I just want to keep throwing stuff at the wall, see what sticks. What gets popular in the algorithm. Obviously, with some continual Trek commentary in between that, but I'm shifting my focus, especially, and I'm feeling more comfortable doing this as I approach 100,000 subscribers, shifting my focus from just being kind of like a Star Trek channel to being a person, because I am a person who covers like a variety of topics within the lane of sci-fi media analysis, right? Because there is so much ground that I could cover. And yeah, so that will hopefully be something that continues to pay off. I also released Fallout this month, and that one has not gained as much traction, which I actually am a little surprised about because the new season has just started. So I, chasing the hype wave or whatever is not always something that's going to work out. But yeah, three body, in between seasons, like the first season aired like a year and a half ago. The fact that people still expressed interest in that and people expressed interest in Wild Space, very encouraging, and I thank you guys for that. If you haven't watched Fallout or watched any of those videos, please go do it now, or at your earliest leisure. But Fallout is a topic that I've wanted on my channel for a long time. It's not my favorite universe by any means, but it's from an alternate history standpoint. It's something that I've always been really keen to get in my catalog, and now it is. And of course, I can make more content about it in the future. Um, the one-offs don't have to stay one-offs. It's just kind of like a temporary name for them. But um, another one-off that I have been spending a lot of time and energy working on is a video about Severance, the Apple TV Plus show. A while back, I teased that my good friend Fobio was kind of like building a set, so to speak, and that he was going to shoot it for me. That didn't work out, but Kinsey and we actually did go ahead and shoot it in an alternate location recently, and I've shared some photos from that shoot to. If you're watching this, you should already have access to that. It's for the $2 tier and above. I shared the behind the scenes photos, and that video is probably going to land in late January, early February, something like that. That's where I'm aiming for. Um, and it depends on when I can get a good sponsor for it, really. Um, but that's a topic that also belongs on my channel. It's another it's kind of like alternate universe type thing, but in the sense that it's like a fictional show in a fictional setting. But it's a topic that I think a lot of people, well, the demand for it has not been massive, but it's something that belongs to my channel as well. So that will be interesting to see how that kind of pans out. But yeah, that was a fun shoot. I always like shooting stuff that's cinematic, that we can go on location, that we can do costumes and props for. And yeah, so now we're just waiting on a sponsor. But um the before that, there's another big video that's coming. So this month was Wild Space and Fallout. Severance probably January or February, but earlier next month is going to be another big video that I have been working on behind the scenes for a long time. It's kind of a continuation of my Aliens of series for Star Trek, right? Where I'm in after the retrospectives were over. I tried to come up with like a new idea for a series I could do that's Star Trek related, and I figure why not just cover the remaining aliens that you haven't covered yet, that I haven't covered yet in alien biology. So I did that for the original series, and the Next Generation era is going to be the next one. It's going to be a long video. Patrons and members at the $25 tier and above have already have access to it, and that does have a sponsor. So that's definitely coming January 9th. Friday, January 9th. That's going to be my first upload in 2026 on my main channel. Um, like, 99% for sure. And yeah, I think you guys are going to like it. I think you guys are going to like it a lot. And I think I am optimistic about its performance, and especially in terms of watch time. And that's going to help me give me a big boost, I think, pretty early in the year, because I've got to get to 100,000 subscribers. You guys have no idea how important that is to me. And I've talked about this occasionally here and there. I'll continue to talk about it until it happens. But the reason that that's so important to me is because at 100,000 subscribers, not only do you get the silver play button, plaque that they send you, right? You also get channel verification, and verification on YouTube is pretty much the only kind of, yeah, it's like the check mark thing right next to my name. That's really the only check mark on social media that I care about because it actually matters. It proves to people beyond the shadow of a doubt that I am the real Orange River. Even though there's a user in my Discord called I am the real Orange River, I am the original Orange River. And I need to prove that because I have had copycat accounts pop up in comment sections here and now, and in live streams. But I also think that the check mark provides like a level of clout, so to speak. I have a theory that this is something that psychologically a lot of us do as users of the website. We kind of associate like verified channels as being like more serious. Like, oh, if you see something in your recommendations, right, and you see that it's from a an unverified channel, even if it's a good video, which I mean that pretty much describes my whole catalog. Not that I think everything I've made is spectacular, but that I'm an unverified channel. People will kind of dismiss it and think like, yeah, I don't really need this person's not really big enough to warrant my attention. If you see somebody with the check mark, it's like all of a sudden, oh, that's a real YouTuber. That's my theory. That's psychologically, that's just how the user base operates. So I think that for optics reasons, it's important to have the check mark. But we're getting there. We're getting there so fast. And like when I'm recording this today, might even cross 97,000 subscribers. So that's really close. So it will happen, but we need to just I need to just keep uploading. Might throw in some super cuts in the in 2026 to help kind of accelerate my growth. We'll see. But when it does happen, I'll have some kind of celebration, probably a live stream. Speaking of live streaming, I have been well, first off, Phobia just hit 100,000 subscribers last month, and yesterday, when I'm recording this, he did his 100K sub celebration stream. He played Liza P, and so if you haven't watched that, or if you weren't there, pretty soon he should have the VOD up on his VOD channel. You can find that kind of thing by just doing a little digging in my featured channel sections. You guys hopefully know how to read. I'm just playing, or am I? But yeah, that was fun, and of course, he'll be there for my year in review, and as will Kinsey, and I hope a lot of you guys will as well. Like I said, Friday, December 26th. But um, something else live stream related that I have been doing is I have been playing, as a lot of you guys know, I've been playing Mass Effect on stream on insanity mode, right? Insanity difficulty. And I'm recording this for a video that I'm going to put on my main channel. Again, 99% sure, 99.9% sure that that's going to happen next year. But it's been really fun. I've been having a blast, even though there have been sections of Mass Effect 1 and 2 that have been very annoying on insanity difficulty. Um, the chat interaction is just like it's the best I've had for a gaming stream ever, or like for streaming gameplay ever in the history of my channel. And I really appreciate you guys actually like engaging with the what's on screen on the gaming streams, even though I've also said when I stream gameplay that like it's okay for you guys to ask random questions like you do on a Q&A, because the gameplay often is background. Here it is more of like the focus, but the fact that you guys are jiving with the story is good. It's really, I mean, I'm glad, because I've streamed Mass Effect before years ago. I did it on main channel. I did the whole trilogy um on like lower difficulty just to stream it, right? And I'm doing it again now with this added like, gimmick, so to speak. But um I feel like this is becoming the more iconic playthrough, actually, because there were some good moments for the first time around, but I feel like this is becoming the iconic Orange River Mass Effect playthrough. Again, not to sound too self-aggrandizing to use the word iconic for something that I'm doing in the present day, but I mean, I'm serious. Like I'm talking about for my audience, right? I think that this is going to become the iconic playthrough, but we still got Mass Effect 3 ahead, and I'm probably going to start that very early in January. And it's probably going to take it's going to take 3 or 4 streams, probably 4 streams to do it properly, to get a good ending. Because I've come this far, I can't chicken out, right, and just do like a bullshit ending. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that over with. Actually, Mass Effect 2 is my favorite of the trilogy, and that was really fun. But it is, it was kind of hard, right? But I had a blast, and so we'll do a soft landing with Mass Effect 3 over the next few weeks, and I'll get that script kind of finished up and recorded and edited and ready for you guys in spring probably. Um, and I've got some other ideas I'm jumbling around too. But the this is the last thing on my notes. Um, in 2026, of course, we'll be getting a new season of Strange New Worlds, but before that, in January, we'll be getting Starfleet Academy, Star Trek Starfleet Academy, and um, I've been going back and forth on this. Um, I don't I don't think it looks like it's going to be very good. I really don't. There's a potential, of course, that it could be like a gold mine for content, but at the same time, there's a huge part of me that also just kind of feels like I want to focus on some other things because the fan base is just not. I mean, I think they're going to do some like provocative stuff that's going to get talked about a lot on social media, and I'll probably have to make content about it. But um I don't know, man. I just don't care that much. It. I, I'm glad that it's there in the sense that if I do need ideas for Star Trek content, something could come out of it. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm just letting you guys know. I'm not. I may just not talk about Academy. Actually, other than maybe on live streams. I'm watching Fallout though. Season 2. It just premiered last week, and that's going to be fun to follow over the next several weeks as well. Those are going to be kind of going concurrently for a while, and yeah, there's just there's other stuff I want to talk about. There is other Star Trek content that is coming in 2026, of course, more alien biology, more um, uh, like Trek timeline stuff, perhaps. Wink. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And again, I'm talking about like over the span of like the entire year. Keep your eyes peeled for some of this stuff because I got to have a big event video for December, next December. Just putting that out there. But and I've talked about this in my Discord as well. So if you guys want to kind of get in on the action, be sure to follow. I mean, if you're watching this, you're already a patron. Remember, um, follow me on the Discord, right? Or just interact in the Discord. Follow some channels. Follow me on social media, community tab. Just keep up to date with general video stuff. But that's all I have for this week, and I'll see you guys Friday on the live stream. And yeah, live long and prosper.